What's going on, y'all? So, U.S. Open champ Coco Gauff calls on young Americans to get out and vote. And what's this quote here? Is that a quote? Use the power that we have. All right. And I just decided why not just do it live, okay? All right. So, again, yeah, a public stream right there. Okay, and let's play the video I downloaded that goes along with this story right here. And it's not a coincidence. You know, they just do the same thing over and over again with these celebrities. And who else? Remember Diddy? He's trending. Diddy did the vote or die way back in the day, if anybody remembers that. I mean, what kind of slogan is that? Okay, so Coco Gauff again calls on young Americans to get out, vote, use the power that we have, is what it says, the quote. And let's play this.
Obviously, you don't spend much time at home these days, but I mean, from looking outside, people just say Florida is such a crazy state. What does it feel like to be a Floridian in these days?
It is a crazy time to be a Floridian, especially a black one at that. But I will say, I think for most people, and especially in South Florida, we aren't happy with the current state of our government in Florida, especially everything with the books and just the way our office operates. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the youth and the community being outspoken, but also being outspoken, but standing on business and going to the polls and voting. So I encourage everyone to vote and use your voice regardless of who you vote for. But I will say there's no point in complaining in the political climate of the world if you don't exercise your right to vote. That's just how I was raised personally. But being in Florida, I mean, every day by day, I will say is not something I think about often, but it is something that I am aware of, and hopefully, I can encourage people to vote, especially people in the youth, because I feel like sometimes in my generation, people think their vote doesn't count. But I think it's important that everyone exercise their right to vote. I know other countries it's mandatory, the U.S. is not. So I think we should just all just use our voices and use the power that we have.
Okay. So yeah, it's just a selection, right? So I mean, they're talking about books. What does this say when I go to Google? Um, Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, signed bill Tuesday that limits the number of books and classroom materials. Okay, Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill to restrict challenges to books in school. We'll get into it more here. All right, so here it is, the 2024 French Open. I believe it kicks off May 26th, as we'll be looking at here. And this is Corey Dion Coco Gauff. I guess Coco a nickname here. American. Let me take these headphones off here. So check it out. American professional tennis player. She has won 7 WTA Tour singles titles. Is that what? I don't know exactly what that is. Women's something, but including a major at the 2023 U.S. Open, eight doubles titles. Goff has career high rankings of world number 3 in singles, and I have no idea what this means, and of world number 1 in doubles by the Women's Tennis Association. That was a mouthful. Oh, okay. So she's decent, I guess, right? So let's just say that she's decent. Okay. Look at that quote. This is just the ciphers that we use right here with the language. I'll go show y'all right now just to make it simple. Look right here. Okay, ordinal. That's just, look at the alphabet. That's just the alphabet, right? A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Reverse, Z is 1, A is 26. Okay, and then just reduction right there. J is the 10th letter, and you just reduce it. So it's just all the single digits right there. K is the 11th, 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, and then just with reverse reduction right there. This is already a code that we caught on to, okay? So when we check these trending stories and we hit on, like, say, major things in the title, who, what, where, when, why, and we use birthdays and that, it just matches in some strange way every time, right? So that's what we use, and we use other connections, just we match up different characters by their names. Sometimes you'll get the same last name in connections, just different things like that, right? So that's what we're using here. And you see the middle name, so it's Corey Dion Coco. Well, you could just say Corey Dion Gauff. Coco seems to be a middle name there. But look at the middle name Dion. It's 101, just like the quote, use the power that we have. That's what's in the title here. I don't remember if she said that. I think she did. But even this is the location where the French Open is upcoming right here. Okay? 2024 French Open. The tournament will be held at the Stade Roland and Garros. I'm not going to pronounce that very well, excuse me. But look at that. It's in Paris, France. And you get 268, and that matches the quote as well. Okay, that's just something I added at the end. I just tossed it on there to the beginning. And so this is the US Open champ as well. And right there, 50 and 49 with those reduction ciphers, just like Corey Gauff. And it even says calls on young Americans. So this is like, there's going to be politics connected here, right? It's a selection year. This is usually how they do it. I mentioned Diddy had the vote or die thing, and he's trending right now as well. And we can go look at that because that was way back in the day. And it's like, I almost forgot about it myself. Okay, so let's right here. Puff Daddy vote or die. I think he was Puff Daddy then. So look at this, and this character's trending as well. Right here, they use these characters. I can't remember what selection that was. What vote or die? What kind of slogan is that? Is he waving a 59 up there? But anyways, you see, that's just what they do with these characters, okay? And he happens to be trending right now. And you know what? Um, this is, Coco Gauff is young as well, right? And all of these, it's just weird how they give us these stories, right? And it's like they give us half truths. Okay, so this is all kind of like Hollywood. Okay, they're all actors, whether it's sports or not, right? They're on the main stage. So it just makes you think, like, what maybe did Coco Gauff have to go through, to get where she is today, We don't want to sweep that under the rug, right? And they always seem to do it. Okay? And it's in the language a lot. So not when she delivered. What's this? American tennis player Coco Gauff has never been afraid to use her voice, not when she delivered an impromptu speech at a Black Lives Matter rally at the age of 16, okay? And now at age 20, when she's preparing to vote for the first time in a US presidential selection. right? They just want to know, who you would vote for. They want you to feel important, right? It's a selection. So here we go with the politics again. Gauff, who will be among the favorites when the French Open starts on Sunday. So that should be the 26th, if I'm not mistaken. And in Paris, addressed the current political climate in her home state during a recent interview with the Associated Press. Is it really that bad in Florida? It just depends on what side of the narrative you're on, I guess. And what's this? The highest paid female athlete. Is that serious? This says she's the US Open champion, the highest paid female athlete in the world. Are you serious? Oh, wow. Are they just putting that label on everybody? I guess it's possible, right? I'm trying to think in my head. I don't know. I guess, right? Well, no, really? I don't know. That came out of the article, so that's interesting. But anyways, that whatever on that. So we'll play this. And what does it just say on the pick here? And again, this is what they're referring to in the article here, as it's coming up on the selection now. We creep closer. If you listen to black music, if you like black culture, and if you have black friends, then this is your fight too. All right. Well, a fight doesn't sound good, but anyways, let's play that. I have it right here, and we're gonna play this. And the volume you should hear the volume. Okay, and I'm expecting somebody to tell me if you don't. Okay, so let's play this. Let's see what she's talking about. Let me get the headphones.
My name is Coco, and who just spoke was my grandma. And I think it's sad that I'm here protesting the same thing that she did 50 plus years ago.
You know what? It is sad. Shout out to every race. I'm a mixed race, right? But, come on. This is all staged. Look what it says over there. It says, I can't breathe again. The shirt over there, I can't breathe again. Did I miss something?
So I'm here to tell you guys this, that we must first love each other no matter what. We must have the tough conversations with my friends. I've been spending all week having tough conversations, trying to educate my non-Black friends on how they can help the movement. Second, we need to take action. And yes, we're all here protesting, and I'm not of age to vote, but it's in your hands to vote for my future, for my brother's future, and for your future.
Man, that's kind of harsh. Like I said, sympathy and all of that, but come on, don't put that pressure on people. You know what I'm saying? We know about, it's going to get worse as we come closer to selection time, right? And we just look back, it's only been 4 years. Remember all the riots and all the looting? We had it over here in Phoenix as well, okay? How short, we remember that, right? So here we go again. And even think about the rap music right now and the disses. Remember it kicked off with Benzino dissing Eminem, right? Now that seems like a long time ago, right? The white boy thing and the divide, and they're doing it currently as well. Rick Ross calling Drake white boy, Kendrick Lamar, not going that far, but you can't say the N-word or whatever he tells Drake. Think about it, you know what I'm saying? And now here we go, Coco Gauff, right? It's just all connected.
So that's one way to make change. Third, you need need to use your voice. No matter how big or small your platform is, you need to use your voice. I saw Dr. King quote that said, "The silence of the good people is worse than the brutality of the bad people." So you need to not be silent, because if you are choosing silence, you are choosing the side of the oppressor. So I heard many things this past week, and one of the things I heard is, well, it's not my problem. So this is what I have to tell you this. If you listen to Black music, if you like Black culture, if you have Black friends, then this is your fight too. It's not your job, it's not your duty to open your mouth to say, Lil Uzi Vert's my favorite artist. But
what?
I don't care what happened to George Floyd. Now, how does that make sense? So I demand change now, and it's sad that it takes another Black man's life to be lost for all of this to happen. But we have to understand that this has been going on for years.
Well, sympathy with that man, okay, but everyone knows that movement right there that's just not legit, right? Government operated.
This is not just about George Floyd. This is about Trayvon Martin. This is about Eric Garner. This is about Breonna Taylor.
All right, so sympathy with any deaths there, but we're gonna go back to the slides here and look at right there. Look at the birth year. Look at the birth year for Coco Gauff right there. You see it? Those are political numbers, as you can see here. So it's the 13th day of the 3rd month. What's going on, Richard? Appreciate you. Just a little politics mixed in with tennis, yeah, the 13th day of the 3rd month birthday, 133, when, government, White House, and president all equal 133. And, born in 2004, it's kind of like the year 24. We see that a lot as well. You just look at it, and it's like 2-4. Okay? And what's going on with these numbers? Because politics 113, BS 113. I mean, you get 311, 113, the number for dishonesty, and those 103. So it all comes down. And look, you get 31 with BS. Donald equals 31. And let's not forget, Joe Biden hit the Senate stage the 3rd day of the 1st month. All right? So, yeah, it's not a coincidence. And I already brought up the Diddy trending and the voter die that he was doing. That might have been 2004. Let's go look at it, because look at the birth. And look, how is this character not connected to the quarterback, Jared Goff? You know she is, right? Let's go look at the Diddy thing. What year was that? Because he's trending right now. So let's go look at that. It might have been a little bit before that, but let's see. Here is Diddy right there. Let's ask Google. Let's see. Oh, look. Oh, never mind. Is it? Look. This says something about Diddy right here in 2004. Oh, look. Diddy Citizen Change is a political service group founded in 2004 by musician Diddy. The year Coco Gauff was born. And I don't know how that popped up, but look, and backed by Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, and 50 Cent. Look at that. Well, damn. Now, when was the vote or die thing? That might have been the same year. When did Diddy do the vote or die campaign? I don't know, but the birth year is popping up. Coco Gauff's birth year keeps popping up. Again, look at that. Even that right there. Vote or Die. The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Look at that. 2000, it says 2004. So how about that? There we go. And that both characters trending. Coco, and what about the name Coco? I mean, all of this stuff is relevant. We need to know. We need to know about that. And watch how it's going to hit coming up as well. Maybe not the name, but watch. Let's see. Why does Coco Gauff have the name Coco?
According to fan arch, being named after her father, Corey, the young tennis prodigy was originally called Corey Dion Gauff. Due to the similarity in names with her father, her aunt recommended the nickname, Coco, which quickly caught on and became her widely recognized moniker.
Dude, like, does anybody buy that? I guess it's possible at one point. We know what. I think we know why it's Coco. Right? I think we know why. And that's just what they do, right? They got Diddy, and if you look up Diddy, isn't it? Look, I mean, let's go do it. This is all, look, U.S. Open champ Coco Gauff calls on young Americans to get out and vote, use the power that we have. We'll play that clip again, but look over here. This is all relevant because it's trending. I'll look it up and then I'll share. Right here. Okay, right here. I'll share it. Now let me go over there. The Diddy Kong. Yeah, like Coco Puff. And how is there not a connection with Serena and Venus? There has to be. Diddy Kong on the Donkey Kong franchise of the Donkey Kong franchise. You see? Right? Now, come on. And look, 50 Cent's got the gorilla unit. Right? You see? Diddy Kong right there. All right, so that really does connect with our story here, because Diddy is not recovering. Diddy's gone, and we need to look out for that new Eminem album that I've been hearing. I heard a few people mention it. I never looked at it yet, but I guess we need to be on the lookout for that whenever that's going to come out. All right, because all of this stuff's connected. So, and so okay, so I played that. We're gonna play this other clip here for the one that I kicked off with.
Obviously, you don't spend much time at home these days, but I mean, from looking outside, people just say Florida is such a crazy state. What does it feel like to be a Floridian in these days?
It is a crazy time to be a Floridian, especially a black one at that. But I will say, I think for most people, and especially in South Florida, we aren't happy with the current state of our government in Florida, especially everything with the books and just the way our office operates. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the youth and the community being outspoken, but standing on business and going to the polls and voting. So I encourage everyone to vote and use your voice regardless of who you vote for. But I will say there's no point in complaining in the political climate of the world if you don't exercise your right to vote. That's just how I was raised personally. But being in Florida, I mean, every day by day, I will say, is not something I think about often, but it is something that I am aware of. And hopefully, I can encourage people to vote, especially people in the youth, because I feel like sometimes in my generation, people think their vote doesn't count. But I think it's important that everyone exercise their right to vote. I know other countries it's mandatory, the U.S. is not. So I think we should just use our voices and use the power that we have.
Man, other countries have to, so, and she was telling people, oh, they better. Is that how you spell it? You know how they change it sometimes, right? All right. So we'll go back and we'll play that other video again, but come on, man, look at this. So we have the French Open coming up, right? I should pull that tab up. But anyways, look, US Open champ Coco Gauff calls on young Americans to get out and vote. Use the power that we have. Look at that reverse cipher over there. French Open 166. Coco Gauff 166. US Open champ 166. Reverse reduction. French Open's got the 40 like Coco Gauff. United States equals 40. US equals 40. US also equals 4. And all those 40s are like 4. Okay, what? Forefathers, 4 and 7 year ago, whatever, all the BS, right? Look at that. And look, we're not done with the 1 and the 6. And that right there, look. Secret Society equals 166. Oh, yeah, that is Tupac's birthday again. Ooh, connected to Diddy. Trending with the 2004. It looked like Vote or Die when I popped it up. It was pulling up 2004 a lot. It said he founded that political company or whatever. That's shady too, ain't it? Coco Gauff. Yeah. And you know what? Yeah, for real. And the France is on and popping, trending. And I knew it kind of, for me, it kind of kicked off with Gobert. He got traded from Utah. And remember he touched all the mics when he was on Utah. So he goes to the T-Wolves and they keep doing trending stories on him. And I think we might have had some stabbings in France. And there's been, I should know, but there's been like a bunch of things connected with France. I just don't know right now. But I should have took note of it. But there's been a lot of stories and things connected to France lately. But 166, and yeah, that is Tupac's birthday. Sometimes I forget that. Oh, I know the birthday. It's just when I look at the 166, it just doesn't ring a. Oh, and you know what? I think Tupac's got the 40 in his name too. It might be Tupac Shakur. It's a relevant way that he has his name. I think it's Tupac or Tupac Shakur equals 40. One of those as well. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, you did? Oh yeah, I'm going to, because that's gonna help. Yeah, I'm just a little backed up right now, but yeah, I still have to do that. I screenshotted another request too. Uh, I just I just don't have as much time right now. I lost a little bit of time in my week, but we're still doing a lot of decodes. But yeah, that'll help. I gotta go look at that. I just gotta. Yeah, I got to for sure. So look at this. This year's French Open, I mentioned, runs May 26th to June 9th. The French Open is held. There it is again. Stade Roland. I have no accent. I can't roll R's or anything. Garros. I'll just say it like that. In Paris, France. It looks like one of those words that I'm gonna butcher. But French Open equals 104. And look, 10 weeks. I think that's a span. I might have to double check that. But if it's a span or not, 10 weeks, 4 days. You see her birthday to this French Open. And I think I need to go check that because I really think that is a span. I don't know. Sometimes I just clip it wrong. But 104. Oh, we'll get through the 104s first and then I'll check that. But look at that. 10, we'll say for now 10-week, 4-day span from her birthday to when the French Open kicks off. She's a favorite, they say. And she's a US Open champ. But look at the 104, French Open 104. Coco Gauff, look, US equals 14 and 14. It's right there, US Open champ Coco Gauff. Gauff and Coco Gauff equal 41 and 41. And that's ordinal and reduction. Those ciphers get utilized right there. Oh, yeah. Hey, and it was Quad Studio. Isn't that quad like 4? Right? What a joke, huh? That's what I think, anyways. Maybe I think quad is 4 for real. Look at this. Oh, beef with Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. How they put it in the article. Oh, it's just, yeah, right down there at the, well, they have it somewhere. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, that's how they have it down there. 140 like 14. Reverse the alphabet at the 10th letter. 1 plus 0 is 1. At the 11th, 1 plus 1 is 2. Reduce that shit. Republican Gov Ron DeSantis 140. That's how they put it. You know, I didn't type all that out. I could, but I copy and pasted it, right? 140 like 14. She noted that it's a crazy time to be a Floridian, especially a black one at that. We aren't happy with the and let me keep saying that. Okay, my dad was Hispanic. My mom's white from Canada. I probably sound white, okay? My last name's Irish. It's O'Connor, okay? Whatever that is. So I'm a mixed race. So if I don't know if take it how you want, or anybody could take it how they want. I feel like I could speak freely about this stuff. I'm mixed. I don't have no bias anywhere here. I don't feel uncomfortable speaking on this. I've been seeing all of they do like the underlying race rituals a lot. But right now there's a lot of come up with these younger athletes. And how old is Coco Gauff? Let's break away real quick. And there's Diddy Kong again. You know, it's like, come on, man, you didn't choose your name. I remember Coco Gauff was real young when she started. How old is Coco Gauff? I guess I need to take it off of the images. 20, see? Pretty young. You know what? And he's the 20th letter. Trump, right? Remember Trump Tower, right? So TT 2020, Trump 2020. His birthday this year leaves 220 days. Donald John Trump equals 220 as well. Look, she's wearing a lot of red up there. I'm not saying that means anything. I'm just, why not, right? So 20 years old, young. And again, 133 and all of those politic numbers right there. And all of those people right under search for all connected to this character. That's why it's down there like that. So if you click on all of that, usually we just see it right there. I'm not real familiar with tennis, or else a lot of this would hit a little bit more. But all of those characters are synced up. Okay. Yeah. So 20 years old. So right here, back over here, right? A lot of 14s and 41s. And I want to verify that date again, too. So DeSantis backtracked on the law last month about this book thing, you know, about limiting the amount of books and supplies, whatever. So he backtracks, I guess. when I mean, I don't know what the reasoning was. They didn't even mention it or anything. So it just depends on what side of the narrative you're on, I guess. What side of the agenda. And over here, we're going to go through the whole border thing again, where they blame all the trafficking on the border, blah, blah, blah. They're going to do all that stuff again. Okay. It's just like, barf already, man. It's the same thing every time. So he signed a bill, he backtracked, narrowing. Okay. He blamed liberal activists for abusing the law. Okay, bud. Not the citizens whose objections to certain books account for the majority of book removals. These guys have time for this? Huh? These guys have time for this. Okay. All right, they got time, I guess. At the end of the day, it comes down to the youth. Yeah, it does. So why are we deceiving them and telling them to go vote? Right? It's because, yeah, it does come down to the youth for y'all. And yeah, it's very important to get to the youth. That's why you put them in school for all those hours. Oh, and then what happens? We get stuck at work all the time, right? Now I'm fighting to not work a lot. And then when you don't want to work a lot, you're just like, I'm good. Then your work looks at you funny. Like, oh, what do you mean? Then they try to find out why you don't want to work more. It's like, dude, back up. But anyways, it is about the youth, right? So we're at work, they're at school all day, and we all get home eventually. We're all grumpy. We're running around all day at work, right? Like I cut my finger twice today, both hands, immediately on arrival. Had to patch it up, finish. Right now they're sore. My fingers are ready to fall off. Anyways, we got to do this, right? And then we meet up with our family and we're just like, whatever, give me my phone. Let me go live, right? Let me take it out. Okay, so anyways, Gauff has been speaking out on racial injustice and police brutality ever since that speech in 2020. And that was in her hometown of Delray Beach. So I'm going to go enter that, and I want to look at that speech again. So Delray Beach, huh? Let's go. I'm going to go. I want to put that over here in the calculator. Let's go. I don't know if I'm writing it right, but Delray Beach. Let's see. You get 60 like Donald Trump right there. And you get 48 like Donald Trump right there. And DeSantis is like Republican. He's synced up with Trump for sure. They always talk about the two. So, and then you even get even the 4884 Obama Barack, his birthday is 8/4. And I see that 213. That can be, that can go area code. I don't know. I don't want to go that route. But anyways, we see that. And let's go look at let's go listen to her. Because we never finished. So we'll play it from where it was, and you should hear it. And then maybe we'll run it back or something, and then we'll advance.
It's about stuff that's been happening. I was 8 years old when Trayvon Martin was killed. So why am I here at 16 still demanding change? Yes. And it breaks my heart because I'm fighting for the future for my brothers. I'm fighting for the future for my future kids. I'm fighting for the future for my future grandchildren. Yes. So we must change now. And I promise to always use my platform to spread vital information.
Horrible acting, man. Let's run that back a few seconds. Look, sympathy with any for real causes out there, okay? They're not going to put our causes in the mainstream like this, okay? So, yeah, if there was a death or something, I'm saying, look, we're all on the same side here, right? And if we're not on the same side, then you're on this celebrity side, this puppet side, this puppet master side. And that's just the bottom line. Nothing to do with race. You know what I'm saying? We always shout out everyone, and it's always sympathy with any victims, right? And we know Coco Gauff has been on the world stage for some time now, okay? Right? She may have been what? She may have been 15 or 16 when she was on TV. I mean, if not younger. You know what I'm saying? You don't just land on TV like that. Okay? Think about we mentioned the Diddy situation going on. Think about that situation with Cassie. Think about what he was getting accused of. Now it's just a story, right? But come on, right? They don't give us the whole truth.
Always use my platform to spread vital information.
Oh no. Plant power? Yeah, and then they hit us with the ad, right? They hit us with the ad when there's like 7 seconds left. It's all good though, right? It's all good. So I'm gonna kick that volume down. I do want it to go back, and then we're gonna go back to the decode. See, and then look. Oh, buy makeup. See that? Right? Look at that. See? And it's programming. Okay, now what's this? Oh, along with the message to young girls. But yeah, we're gonna go back to our decode now. Okay, and maybe we'll revisit that. Okay, so let's see. So we played, and RIP George Floyd is what they have there. Okay, and is it Steven Jackson? I saw another character like a few weeks back that also looked like George Floyd. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? I don't know. George Floyd, I can't think of it right now. But and look at how it says Billie Jean King right there. So what, like Michael Jackson, the king of pop with Billie Jean? What about Billie Jean and like Billie Eilish? I mean, there's a few pics of Billie Eilish where really similar to Michael Jackson. But yeah, Billie Jean King team. I see that right there. Vote, vote, vote. Okay, and DeSantis right here equals 91 like US Open champ Coco Gauff. Okay, and there's a you heard it, and it's just bad acting all the way around here. It's bad acting all the way around with all of the footage. She needs some more like microphone training or whatever they call it, for real. Because she kind of struggled through that speech, for real. And she's younger, we'll give the character that, but I mean, this is a big job you have, okay? And they need you for this selection, okay? They need you to influence the young women out there, right? So you need to step your game up. And DeSantis, it's like, what's up with you, man? I see the smile. It just looks deceiving. It just looks like a character you can't trust. And look, I ain't gonna lie. I used to have hair like that when I was younger. On DeSantis right there. Don't trust anybody when their hair is done like that. Right? Shave it, slick it back, spike it up. The part left to right, no, my man. So yeah, you just can't trust a guy with a part like that. So, anyways, DeSantis equals 53, like young, okay, young Americans, right? And you even get young 28 like DeSantis. It's really all pumped out by numbers. The article hits, and I think they see it like, oh, they have phones or whatever. I'm trending, and they have to just go along with it. And I think if they don't perform the role well of what the script is, but it's supposedly real life, is what they tell us, then I think they suffer punishment. That's how I think it goes. And I literally think they may do the rat beef thing And literally, if you look bad, or maybe if you lose, who knows what they really do, if that's really what goes down. Unless, okay, it's just all of them, or just all of them deceiving us. Those puppets could be slaves on that side. Think about it. Think about us over here. We go to work and we pay taxes, right? And they just scare us with jail and prison, like, oh, you could be in jail or prison, right? So that's just another distract. I say right a lot. What it is, what it is. Okay. So we're out here and like, oh, at least we're not in jail or prison. But then out here we're working and that's not fun. And then paying a lot of taxes, right? Now, a lot of people are, you go out to their stores and just give them the money back. I don't know. I tried growing some stuff and I messed up. So maybe I need some more gardening training. But Janet Jackson is trending as well. Coco. There's gonna be more. Isn't Ice-T's girlfriend called Coco? Or his wife? There's gonna be more with her name. You know what? There is. Because we just did the Scarlett Johansson decode. So this Coco Gauff, Scarlett Johansson in the movie Black Widow, look at her character. It rhymes with Coco Gauff. Let's go over here. Let's see. What was the movie? Black Widow. Who did Scarlett Johansson play in Black Widow? Look, it rhymes with Coco.
Natasha Romanoff. According to Wikipedia, Natalia Alyanovna Romanoff, more commonly known as Natasha Romanoff, is a fictional character primarily portrayed by Scarlett Johansson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe media franchise, based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, sometimes known.
Anyways, the last name. And we connected all of that. That was just like the last live. It was like the last any bit of anything I did. I think. Yeah. I did that this morning. This AM. And she has the red hair. Scarlet means like red. It symbolizes red or whatever. And you had Doja Cat with the Scarlet album and with the blood all over. And every pic was all like demonic with red devil horns. Anyways, that character, the name rhymes with Goff. And that it's everything's fake. Look. Right there. I would never ever know or remember that. Okay? Romanoff. That was the last decode we did. Everything's fake. I just catch it because I do this a lot, I guess. And Coco Gauff probably synced up with Jared Goff, right? Remember, didn't he do a commercial where he mentioned her? Wasn't he like 42 Hut, Texas Blue, Coco Gauff, or something like that? I think he did. But yeah, they're synced up probably. Whatever that is, though, Roland Garros. I don't know. She does look, I know. Probably sexy red, for real. Where is the 24 French Open? Okay, there it is again. Stade Roland Garros in Paris, France. I need to still go verify her birth. If that was a span or not earlier, whatever. Either way it hits. I don't know. But look, Stade Roland, and what these languages, I don't shy away from this. I'll come on and just butcher it. Okay, I know how to copy and paste. Look at it right there. It equals 74. That's where this tournament's held, the French Open. Okay, and remember, she's U.S. Open champion, right? Look at this. So 74 days after her birthday, the French Open starts. And that's where it is. It equals 74. And To be honest, I don't think that I lie when I come on here. Maybe I'm wrong when I'm doing some numbers here every now and then. It happens, right? But Independence Day checks in with the 74 and it's on 7-4 as well. And this is all like a political thing here. Right? And then Lucifer, Jesus, and all of that, right? And all of that, right? But the US thing, and you remember all the 40s and the 4s earlier, maybe we'll run it back. Okay, there's the birthday again, and it's 2004. And remember, it was saying, did he vote or die? And then when I pulled it up, everything was saying 2004. I was thinking it was before then, and I still think it was before then, but it said he founded that like political side company or whatever, shady company in 2004. And again, those are political numbers. What was it? Was it president, White House, and government that all equaled 133? I think. Yeah, I think so. And 2004 like 24. And the French Open, oh, look how the French Open runs through the 9th day of the 6th month. That's about to land and connect as we move forward. And there might have been something else earlier that I forgot to add on that we caught too. But look at this. 112-day span from the kickoff of the French Open coming up Sunday to Ron DeSantis's birthday, 112 days, and Donald equals 112, like Donald Trump right there. And notice how 112 days is exactly the same as 16 weeks. And look at, she was age 16 at that Black Lives Matter event. And watch, for real. Yeah, for real. And she's 16. And look at this. And notice the 47s down there like Trump. Trump equals 47. So DeSantis's next birthday has the 47 numerology. And look how his birthday leaves 108 days. You can kind of see it down there. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. equals 108. And look at over to the left, the first day of the French Open, May 26th, the 147th day of the year. Again, Trump equals 47. Look at that 112 with the span, and then 112 like Donald. But look at this with the same as the 16 weeks. And DeSantis has the 14/9 birthday. 149 equals skull and bones. And he's got other connections to that society. And if he's not connected, well, those numbers do connect. I'm just saying. And anyways, so look, with that 16, and she was age 16 at the rally, Black Lives Matter equals 106 like 16. Black equals 106 like 16. Birthday 3/13. 3 plus 13, 16. March 13th. Do you see that? And you got 106 in Park, remember, that was on BET. Only by the numbers there. And you even get 20 numerology on DeSantis's next birthday right there. T, the 20th letter of the alphabet. And Trump's birthday leaves 200 days in the year. Okay? Trump Tower, Trump 2020, all of that. So, yes. And again, with the ones and the sixes, back to the Tupac birthday. And remember, he was synced up with the Black Panthers, right? See, French Open 166 once again. Coco Gauff 166. US Open champ 166, and all of that I thought was right in our title. You know, they changed our article again as well too. They did, but yeah, it's all good. But yeah, and then those 40s, 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 all like four fathers, 4 7 year ago, which is 47 again. So it's all those 16s. The birthday I caught at the end. It's the March 13th. And one thing I'll never forget that's always synced up with these scripted racism events that they do in the media is Ohio equals 16 and 61. I'll never forget that now, because they'll sync up Ohio with racism a lot. Okay. And yeah, Secret Society 166. And again, Tupac's birthday. You know, just it's significant. Tupac, a big character that's been covered a lot by anyone who's really into any of this, what could be work or a hobby, whatever anyone wants to call it. But and again, there's DeSantis's birthday, 149, like skull and bones right there. And look, Ronald rhymes with Donald, okay? With all of those connections with Donald Trump. And they sync the two characters together even. Ronald like Donald. Dion probably, you know, there's probably more going on with the names that I'm missing. Probably like Deion Sanders. Look, you get Deion DeSantis, like Deion Sanders, kind of. You get San. You see that? And isn't he the coach of the Colorado Buffaloes? He was connected with our EA College Football 25 decode, the release that we put out. Deion Sanders was synced up in that. And I think he's got a new quarterback, and his last name's Sanders. And I don't think that they're related. Or maybe they are. And if they're not, come on, man. Really? But yeah, this character is going to be synced up with Deion Sanders. And look, it's just by the name. I'm telling you. Letters and numbers. So look at this. There's that 96. Look, the French Open ends on the 9th day of the 6th month. For the women here. Black Lives equals 96. Corey, Dion, Coco Gauff, 96. That's how they put it. Like the 9th day of the 6th month. BLM equals 18. Coco equals 18 in two of the ciphers. Okay? Right? And that's just reduction, reverse reduction, and ordinal. All of that. Just that right there. And remember when Biden said, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black? Come on, Biden. And then all of that, you see just all of that pops up. Was it the Breakfast Club? Charlemagne the God kind of sounds like Scarlet as well with that other decode. And there was a girl named Charlotte that was missing as well. And back then, like that was connected in a Drake decode I did way back then as well. And you see all of these characters. I remember that. And we're going to play the clip I downloaded again. It's been long enough.
Obviously, you don't spend much time at home these days, but I mean, from looking outside, people just say Florida is such a crazy state. What does it feel like to be a Floridian in these days?
It is a crazy time to be a Floridian, especially a black one at that. But I will say, I think for most people, and especially in South Florida, we aren't happy with the current state of our government in Florida, especially everything with the books and just the way our office operates. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the youth and the community being outspoken, but standing on business and going to the polls and voting. So I encourage everyone to vote and use your voice regardless of who you vote for. But I will say there's no point in complaining in the political climate of the world if you don't exercise your right to vote. That's just how I was raised personally. But being in Florida, I mean, every day by day, I will say it's not something I think about often, but it is something that I am aware of. And hopefully, I can encourage people to vote, especially people in the youth, because I feel like sometimes in my generation, people think their vote doesn't count. But I think it's important that everyone exercise their right to vote. I know other countries it's mandatory, U.S. is not. So I think we should just all use our voices and use the power that we have.
I think you're reading. So what's this book thing about? Let's look a little bit more. What's up with this book thing? Governor Ron DeSantis debunks book ban hoax. Calls on Florida legislature to amend the law to prevent abuse from activists. Man, that's a lot of words in there. What's this? Explicit content? Are we clicking on that? Let's click on it. What the hell is this? On Rumble? Do you have to have an account? Can I play Rumble on here? Well, let's see what this is about. What's this countdown? I don't trust this. Hold on. What's this countdown about? Why do they keep warning us? All right, we're doing it.
Florida has empowered parents with curriculum transparency rights. Florida parents have...
Hey, I might not want to play this on YouTube. Damn. Yeah, I don't think we need to play that.
Use their rights to object to materials that are not...
Yeah, I don't think we're going to play that right now. I should have known, right? I should have known. Okay, so what's this? So we know this about tennis, right? To win a point, a player must hit a shot either before the ball is bounced or after the first bounce. If the ball bounces twice, then the player with the last shot wins the point. Okay, I knew that. I'm aware of that, but I know there's more than that, right? A player must also wait for the ball to pass the net and come over to his side. Okay, I know that. Okay, so you just have to play, right? And then someone else keeps score. Okay, that's cool. So that's tennis right there. But I do want to know about this book thing. Ron DeSantis and the book thing. Let's see. That Rumble thing keeps popping up. Here, we're going to do this right here. He's speaking here. Here, let's play this.
Thank you. Good to be back. Thanks so much. Hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. Nice dress. You look pretty.
What?
Okay. Thanks for coming.
Hey, does he really talk like that?
Well, thank you all for being here. I didn't have to view what you just viewed, so I'm glad I didn't. But I think that we need to have truth prevail.
I hope you
and
can
so
hear this.
Today we're going to be exposing. We've already exposed with that video. I think this idea of a book ban in Florida, that somehow they don't want books in the library. That's a hoax. And that's really a nasty hoax, because it's a hoax in service of trying to pollute and sexualize our children. We'll also talk about the Black history hoax, the idea that somehow we're not teaching about that, and not teaching about things like racial discrimination. So we're going to go through all of that. We've got some great folks here with us, and I want to recognize them. We have Manny Diaz, who's our Department of Education Commissioner in the state of Florida. Tia Bess from Northeast Florida.
An hour? Okay, so he does the Trump thing where he's just like, everything's a hoax, I guess, right?
We have 6, 4, and 2-year-old at home. I just think parents, when they're sending their kids to school, they should not have to worry about this garbage being in the schools. They should just know that you're going to get education. We're going to do well.
I mean, if I had to like jump in the script and pick, I would probably go that route. I guess if I were a part of all this crap, I guess if I had to choose.
To really do the basics and have our kids succeed. That's what they want. They don't want the garbage. And the idea that that's even in there is inappropriate for these young kids, but they are using your tax dollars to put that in.
I know you're on that team though, bud. Come on.
We have to take a book about Hank Aaron out because he talks about suffering racism. And that would violate the Stop Woke Act. Understand, they're lying to you. That is not true. And in reality, none of those books had to be removed.
All right, so he's defending himself, I guess. And that was back from March, I guess. All right, and look, there's a little bit more here. Let me read a little bit here. Responding in an email when asked about Gauff's comments, DeSantis' office chose not to directly address Gauff's concerns and instead said the state is thriving. That's what I said. Is it really that bad? And didn't it say she was like the richest female athlete? Look at down there at the bottom. Helped by her title in New York, Gauff became the world's top earning female athlete last year with $22.7 million. How bad is it, Coco? How bad is it? Really? Prize money and endorsements. For real? Gauff is not campaigning for anyone in particular, but she's pushing that. There's like the BLM movement all over this, and we know where that's aligned, right? Right? Still, Gauff remains a public figure in the Delray Beach community. In March, her birthday month, right? She unveiled refurbished courts. No coincidence. At the public park. No coincidence. Okay? You saw how her birthday connected with what? President, White House, and government 133, her birthday 13-3. Yeah, you saw it. So, meeting Zendaya. Is it Zendaya? We covered this character at the Met Gala. Made 2 appearances in different dresses. She looked like she was suffering. A lot of them looked like they were suffering. Even Kim Kardashian, what's going on backstage? Huh? You want to know what's going on. So, an anticipated meeting between Zendaya, who headlines the tennis movie Challengers, still hasn't happened. Brad Gilbert, Gauff's coach, was Zendaya's. Okay, so I'm just reading this for the first time. Brad Gilbert, Gauff's coach, was Zendaya's tennis consultant for the movie. Okay. Interesting. And the actress recently said that she wanted to meet Coco. It's kind of in her court, Gauff said. I don't really know because we're both busy, but it will happen. I just don't know when. Zendaya sent Gauff flowers as congratulations for her US Open title after Gilbert provided the player's home address. Look at how it says transformed up there. But this movie released the 113th day of the year. Politics 113. BS 113. Remember? All of the 13s and 31s. Donald equals 31. BS equals 31. The birthday 133, like president, White House, and government, with the, in a selection year. And it's no coincidence, right, that this story lands and they bring up the speech at the BLM rally way back then, right? You see? And she plays Zendaya. So this character is on the rise. I mean, had 2 dresses, came out twice at the Met Gala, right? And look, and Taylor Swift had the album, remember, the new album, Tortured Poets Department. And you saw Doja Cat kind of matching that idea at the Met Gala, just in a towel, right? With mascara running. Come on. It's not art. What's really going on? And then you saw Zendaya there. She didn't look too well either. And Kim Kardashian, remember that? You see, it's what's so I mean, for real, what's going on backstage? It's kind of like a Diddy party, right? So look how it says transformed up there, and there's a lot of that language going on. They're putting that in the language a lot. I mean, it's easy. It's kind of easy to put 2 and 2 together there, right? Or to remove one from here and to add something over there, maybe something like that. But a tennis player turned coach. This is Zendaya in the movie, I guess, has transformed her husband. Think about it. Think about the language. Is there anything like that going on? And it's politics again. It's a political thing, right? It's right in the language. A tennis player turned coach has transformed her husband. See? But then see, it's there for you to see, but do you see it? From a mediocre player into a world famous Grand Slam champion. Okay? To jolt him out of his recent losing streak. So and this goes along with the man being demasculized. Is that how you say it? She's doing this to him, and it says she transforms him. Okay? You see how you just see, right? To jolt him out of it, and like he's a loser. Oh, he's on a losing streak. You see what I'm saying? She makes him. You see? So when's this gonna cycle back around where masculinity hits again? Just look at the rappers nowadays, the ones that are popping. Like it doesn't get any worse, right? So she makes him play a challenger event close to the lowest level of tournament on the pro tour. So not good to be her husband, right? Tensions soon run high. Well, yeah, right? But the political number there. And again, back there, you see? President, White House, government equals her birthday. And born in 2004, like the year 24. All of that. And you get the Adidas. There's a lot of symbolism in this movie that's disgusting. Okay? Does anybody note that? Does anybody... It's swept under they sweep it under the rug again, okay? Adidas right there. Remember All Day I Dream About Sex? Remember that? Corn. Remember? See it? And you get another young character. And it says, Young Americans, get out to vote. You know, and you get these scenes in that movie. Stuff like that. You see what I mean? There's going to be youngsters that watch it, right? And Coco Gauff, you know, and and they're worried about racism, right? When out here, we're not worried about that. They want us to worry about it, but I'm not saying it doesn't happen. But come on, they blow the stuff up in the media. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Appreciate you, Richard, tuning in. So yeah, coming up on the selection, right? You get Coco Gauff. Let's see. I think I have a. I might. Do I have a little? What's this? So the what? Does she have Olympic goals? Tennis will be played at Roland Garros during the Olympics. And Goff is extra motivated, having missed the Tokyo Games after testing positive for, you guessed it, right? You guessed it, right? While Goff doesn't plan on staying in the athletes' village full time, because I heard the village is far from the, man, they keep saying that, Roland Garros. She still has a list of Olympians from other sports who she wants to meet. Okay. Simone Biles. Remember, she was synced up with the Larry Nassar incident. And it was right around the founding anniversary of NASA. One of the events with that situation. Yeah, I remember that. Sympathy to any victims out there. These are, look, us people out here, our stories aren't going to hit on the news like this trending, okay? And we want to know, like, I'm interested in why is the news and all of this ran on the numbers. Okay. It's interesting at the same time. It can be exciting at times. It can be a downer at times, but I refuse to stop. And we're gonna go run that. We're gonna go run that video back again. We're gonna go do the Black Lives Matter speech again. We might end it on that. Let's see, back over here. Oh, I gotta refresh it, huh? Let's listen to DeSantis while I refresh. Let's go to DeSantis right here. We'll listen to DeSantis defend himself on this book situation as I refresh the other one.
It was a fake hoax. But not only would it not be removed or violate standards, it actually tracks with us saying we need to teach these stories. And you know what else we did in the Stop Woke Act? We required teaching stories of inspiration regarding, Floridians, but particularly African Americans. And I think that's a better way to lift people up.
All right, so we're ready to go here. I'll go back over here and let's play it. Oh, is the volume not on? Nope. Let's try that again.
My name is Coco, and who just spoke was my grandma. And I think it's sad that I'm here protesting the same thing that she did 50 plus years ago. So I'm here to tell you guys this, that we must first love each other no matter what. We must have the tough conversations with my friends. I've been spending all week having tough conversations, trying to educate my non-Black friends on how they can help the movement. Second, we need to take action. And yes, we're all out here protesting, and I'm not of age to vote, but it's in your hands to vote for my future, for my brother's future, and for your future. So that's one way to make change. Third, you need to use your voice. No matter how big or small your platform is, you need to use your voice. I saw Dr. King quote that said, "The silence of the good people is worse than the brutality of the bad people." So you need to not be silent, because if you are choosing silence, you are choosing the side of the oppressor. So I heard many things this past week, and one of the things I heard is, well, it's not my problem. So this is what I have to tell you this. If you listen to Black music, if you like Black culture, if you have Black friends, then this is your fight too. It's not your job, it's not your duty to open your mouth to say.
All right. So let's pull up the French Open real quick. Let's see. So 2024 Women's French Open. Okay. So that's our to be determined right there. All right, let's click on the images. So kicks off, it says May 26th, this Sunday. So you get some of the characters there. Oh, you get the men's in there too. All right, so that's that. Appreciate you, Richard. Appreciate your comments. Anybody who will be watching this later. But yeah, I appreciate you, Richard. And I need to go look at your channel too. Yeah, I need to go look at your channel too when I remember to go check that out. All right, so that's that. I'll be back. US Open champ Coco Gauff calls on young Americans to get out and vote. And think about Diddy, vote or die back then. And 2004 synced up with Diddy and politics, as well as that's the birth year for Coco Gauff. Right, so vote or die, that was a little harsh. I guess I could say this wasn't so much, but yeah, a little aggressive, telling people you need to vote and they need to vote for you. You know what I'm saying? They need to vote for you and it's their duty for your future. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't know we quite trusted the government like that. And they even told us the last election was rigged, remember? So Goff wants young Americans to get out and vote and it's use the power that we have. It's a quote. And you saw how it synced up, right? Appreciate y'all. Until next time.